Good morning, guys. It's the Welsh Hobbyist here. Welcome to another episode. This time I thought of going for a walk in my local area. I'm going to try and make sure it's not too long, show you some bits and bobs around the area, but man, I live in a beautiful place. So, you know, South Wales has so many great things, so many really nice places to see. I'm out of shape, so you're going to hear me breathing quite a lot, so I apologise for that in advance if that's not your thing. But yeah, we're going to go for a walk around where I used to go for my childhood quite often, and yeah, see what else we can do. As you can see, this area used to have a lot of natural sort of trees, but eventually they started doing planted trees, so you can see they sort of go in lines ready for cutting. So where they used to have a lot of lumber for the mines around this area as well, but it's scattered everywhere. You do have areas of sort of natural mountain sort of tree side sort of area, but for the most part it is actually planted. But we do have a lot of areas that have been affected by some sort of disease in the trees, so you see large areas have been cut. So it's a bit patchy, but it's still pretty. I would normally walk down towards the brook down below, but I hear some people walking their dogs, and we don't want any awkward sort of hello, hi, how's it going, you know, while you're trying to walk past people. Usually it's quite nice, we are quite friendly around here, but yeah, I don't really feel like that today. Right, is it me, or do you get a Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring sort of vibe with this? Get off the road! You know what I mean? Or is that just me? Hopefully a ring wraith won't be chasing me, but oh, you never know with people around here. You do get some nice people, you do get some weirdos. Probably me included in that one. So we're approaching the destination which I was going for on this little walk. It's called the Trwyn. It used to be a sort of picnic area back in probably, they say, the 90s. My friend has done a video on this. I'll probably put a link in the description of his experiences of this area compared to mine. But it has significantly changed over the years. But they are doing a bit of rejuvenation of the area. It's a lovely location. I hope they do bring it back to being some sort of like place you could just relax, and maybe even open it up to having some camping up here or something, because it is a beautiful area. I used to camp up here when I was younger. But yeah, we're just arriving now. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this used to be a sort of picnic sort of area back in the 90s. I used to actually camp down there. There's a bridge down there with foundations left. It's actually broken, which unfortunately was quite a nice bridge to be able to get you onto the other side. Now you have to walk like, well, maybe an extra 100 metres up the road to get to that side, which will take you towards the Ruseg. But yeah, as I was mentioning, they are looking at doing some bits and bobs to the river. See, it's not that quick, but it's got lovely little areas really. Like, they just built this. There's a thing going around these days of cold dipping. So I'm assuming this is one of the spots where they would go sit in, relax after a hike, and yeah, sort of relax the muscles and whatnot. But yeah, there's some pretty cool updates around here really. Someone made a Noughts and Crosses game, and that's been left up here now. I think I last came up here a few months ago and it's still here, so I'm glad that nobody's robbed it. That usually does happen in this sort of area. You've got to be careful. Some people don't like new things, some people want to destroy things. Yeah, we don't want that really. It's just want to bring this place back to where it used to be. I used to love this area. I said it was the Trwyn. It is the Trwyn, but it's also called the Gwyddon Valley. So there'll be quite a lot of videos calling it the Gwyddon Valley, but I call it Trwyn myself. Yeah, just from childhood really. But yeah, they're doing quite a lot of little bits and bobs, trying to keep it all tidy and clear. Yeah, I do hope they bring this place back to its former glory. But we'll keep walking, maybe go up to Graig next. Roads like this are scattered all across this valley for the forestry service, and just in case we have any fires. We do sometimes have fires in this area down to either arsonists or sometimes natural ones where someone's left some glass, like some people don't take their trash half the time, and you get that light and it reflects off and catches fire to some kindling in the area. But yeah, they're quite well maintained if you look at it. You know, there's no trees down on the ground. It's a lovely path. I think in the summertime I might do this one again, but I might time lapse all this as well and do intermittent sort of stops, show you the scenery, and then carry on. We've come into one of those cut-ins I was on about. You can see it all goes in sort of rows up there, and then all of a sudden, bang, just emptiness. And that carries on now for gotta be at least 100 meters or so at least. But yeah, it's just sections, same on the other side, just sections of wood been cut down due to disease. So I have a choice really. I can either go this way, it'll take a lot longer to get up to the top, going down through the river, you know, it's going to be extremely boggy, or I can have a leg workout and clamber all the way up there, which I think I might actually do, because I've not done rambling, I think they call it, in a long time. So yeah, I think I'll take that road. Beautiful view looking down on there. Like I said, that's going to be a long path going all the way around before you make it to where the river starts. But oh, I've only gone up a little bit and it's steep. Oh god, this might have been a bad idea. Wish me luck. I got that. Oh man, that is steep. Let's get to it. And there we have it, guys. Scrambled up there. I am knackered. That was hard work. But just another example of the trees being put in lines for logging. It makes it easier for them to cut them down as they go down or go up, whichever direction they wanted to go up. But yeah, that was hard work. That was really hard work. Thankfully and unthankfully, you got motorbikers created a sort of semi-path on the way up. Obviously, it's not very good for the area with all the markers and I going everywhere, but it helped me out there. I tell you now, I think I'm probably going to miss the Graig as well, because it's quite a long way to go that way to go to it. But you can tell the level we've gone to when you look at that view. But the open areas, you get views like that. So that's the russet side. You go a bit over the top, then you obviously go on the moors, and you can make your way to Tumbarland, which we'll go on a walk to Tumbarland one day. Not today. I got to go up to my grandmother's house. I do that every Sunday. So yeah, it's gonna be a shortish one. It's already gone longer than I thought it would, but yeah, just enjoying the views now. I'll catch up with you further down. Should mention actually that if you're going to do something like that, you know, climbing up quite a steep hill, you need to have really good pair of shoes and good balance. Balance is not really my best, but you know, fitness doesn't really help in it. But I actually used a pair of Adidas trail shoes. Oh, they're a bit muddy right now, but I'll show you them. So these are the ones I'm currently using. If you look at the base of them, they've got good grips on them, so stop me from sliding back down. Like, that was quite wet. It's in the middle of winter at the moment, so it was quite wet. The trees were mossy, so it was hard to grip onto those as well. But if you are going to do that, make sure you have appropriate footwear and you know how to shape like me. Do you know what? Even with a bit of a drizzle in the air, it's really nice to be out. I don't do this enough, and it's one of the reasons why I was doing the channel, to be fair. I've been doing, you know, selling on eBay. I'd like to do that as a sort of a side project, and I really wanted to get back into fitness after having the baby. I've really not sort of looked after myself. I haven't done it for a little while, to be fair, but it got progressively worse, where you feel like you just don't have time. But I think turning 2025, I thought to myself, you know, I'm mid-30s now, I really got to be there for my child as he's growing up. So I think more exercise, even if it's just doing this, you know, I think walking's way better for me, for my knees, than any sort of running. I don't really have time for the gym. I say I don't have time for the gym, I just don't really want to do weights. I have quite a manual intensive job as it is. So walking, bit of talking with you guys, just having a little look around, you know, just being out in the elements a little bit, you know. It's I think it's good for not just the physicality, you know, bit of fitness, bit of health, bit of exercise. It's good for the mind as well, and I think doing this really is helped me clear some things out of my head, which I have continuously going around. You know, my mind never stops. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this as well. But we've got another sort of mile and a half now trek back down. We make our way slowly back down towards the top where we originally started, where we were looking down on the Trwyn. Here's the top of the clearing we were on down below. You know, you get to see a fair whack of the valley. Oh yeah, we were down there. Yeah, it's a nice walk. I do implore people to go out and explore a little bit in your local areas. Of course, you know, you can trek outwards as well. Start small and work your way to something bigger. Like I said, I intend on going into quite a few of the peaks in Wales. So we've got around here we've got Tumbalum, which is an old Roman mount. We've got quite a lot of old Roman sort of history around here as well. We've got the likes of Caerleon just down the road as well. But then I would like to do Pen y Fan. As I said in the first video, it was a rite of passage, and I can't believe I haven't done it. But I found out quite a lot of people haven't either, so maybe I'll go with a couple of people who haven't, make a day of it. We got Sugarloaf, and maybe as the time goes by I might try Snowdon, if I can get one of my mates to do it with me. And Caeredgis, I think it's called. They're not far from each other, but they're in was it Blaenau Ffestiniog, so away from North Wales, so it'd be an overnighter there then as well. But for now I'm very content with where I am. Oh yeah, very happy. Typical Nick, took a wrong turn. Slippy everywhere, but that was I just went up through one of the other valleys instead. Should have took a right turn, took a left turn, but I should be making my way back down to the Gwyddon now on a different route instead of the route I originally was going to go on. But here's a learning curve. Like I said, I've not been up here really in a long time, so yeah, got to check routes first before doing anything. But yeah, we're back here now, and we've arrived back down at the Trwyn. God, I was yeah, it's been a long time since I've been up that way. I'm pretty sure it's been about 20 years since I last done that. Originally I was meant to come up at the top up there, but for some reason I decided, you know what, let's follow the water, we'll get back down to the base of the valley. So it was easy enough to traverse down. Well, I say that, it was actually quite rocky on foot, but you know, you live and learn. Lucky I didn't twist an ankle, but I might check that place out again. I sort of rushed down it and it was actually quite nice going right next to the river. There are lots of little bendy sort of sections, but yeah, no, this is just the main fire track, fire road on the way back now towards the top of Llanfach where I live. I will do a quick outro down up at the top of Llanfach, and we'll leave it there. Pedantic Nick here. Actually, it doesn't go to the top of Llanfach, it goes to the top of the Gwyddon, which is on the lower part of Llanfach. So I just mention that because I can be quite nitpicky with stuff like that. So yeah, just so I'd correct myself. So I'm going to end the video here. Just further down there is where I started. It gets a bit busy down there, and you know, I got all these awkward sort of like, hi there, how's it going, you know, how's your morning, sort of things, you know. Don't really want to video that, don't really want to video other people, obviously because of privacy sort of things as well in that. But yeah, I thought I'd end the video here. But if you've reached this far, thank you very much for watching. First of all, if you could like, subscribe, put a notification bell on, leave a comment for me as well, see if you like this sort of area and if you want me to do more walks. Criticism, I'm you know, well up for criticisms. I'm very new to this, so as you can imagine, I'm still trying to learn the processes, the ins and outs of YouTube. So yeah, any sort of criticism, constructive, you name it. Like I said, the audio of the last video was quite bad. This one might be bad as well. I do apologise. Like I said, I'm still learning. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.